Hey, what's going on, y'all? As promised, back with another episode of Elephant in the Room. Once again, for those of y'all who didn't see my post last week, this is something I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. Uh, with my attempt to try to crack into the content game on top of everything else that I'm doing. Again, this is something that I learned in this goal that I'm trying to reach. You have to, be an octopus basically. You have to be doing seven, eight things at once. So, along with the other things that I'm doing, which, by the way, Gold Tape is available now. It is an absolute classic, people. Please go check it out. Just like I promised you guys last year, that is my best body of work up to date. Go check it out. I currently now have three albums out, independent, solo. Go check out all three of them, but Gold Tape is the newest one. So along with that, me and my brother Legend is also retooling scale. Please do not think we done fell off the face of the earth, but we want to make sure you guys get the absolute top quality, the absolute top customer service, everything with dealing with scale. We want to make sure that it is top notch. And with my brother being on the West Coast right now, me being on the East Coast, we are currently trying to figure that out right now, but we are retooling that as we speak. And now this Elephant in the Room. And what this basically covers is just the top stories of the week. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna get into it. The first subject that I know that pops in my head uh, is the situation with Papoose, uh, Remy, Remy Martin, Remy Ma rather. I show my age there. And also Travis Hunter and his fiance. Basically, with Papoose and Remy, we all just woke up one morning and just seen a slew of screenshots of text messages that I guess more than I'm not even gonna say text messages. I just seen one screenshot of text messages, but mostly like just like letting your business out. You know what I mean? And so with that, that's and forgive me, y'all. Like I'm gonna need y'all to work with me with this because getting in people's personal relationships, I'm really not good at that. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's something I never do. Uh, but if I'm gonna be in this content game, this is something I gotta do. And the reason why I don't get in people's, personal like relationships, like I'm talking about with your kids, family members, or significant other, is just simply because like you don't know enough. I am a advocate. I am a person who advocates on like, yo, you can't speak on certain situations if you don't know enough to have a like, a informational dialogue about it. Like if I don't know something, if I don't know enough, I'm not saying you got to know everything. I just need to know enough about a situation to talk about it. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, for all you people who would like for people to mind their business and stay out of yours, you can't be putting your business out in the public for it to be criticized or judged. Like that's something you can't do. So with that said, I am going to, comment on it as much as I can. Like the Remy Ma and Papoose thing, that's something I never really paid attention to. But it from the outside looking in, it seems like, for whatever reason, Remy Ma felt the way about, Papoose, whether they together or not, whether they still married or not. I don't care who asks who to sign the divorce papers. It just seems like she's hurt, you know what I mean? And he's responding to it. Now, again, I know, ladies, I am not being sexist. I am not being one-sided in this. But again, like when I woke up in the morning, before Papu said anything, I seen about three or four Instagram post from Remy Ma. You know what I mean? So, you know, we all been there. We all been around the block. You know what I'm saying? So like when you see that, that signifies like, oh, she hurt or she bitter. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna say she bitter, but it definitely gives off she's hurt. It does. But again, those are two individuals that, as far as I can see, I respect the hell out of. You know, so get y'all shit right. You know what I mean? Get it right. I don't. Again, for those of y'all who looking for anybody to dig into that, I don't got much on that. I'm not gonna lie, simply because I don't know enough. I don't. That's even when they were together. With all due respect to both of them, I didn't pay that too much attention. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if they was together, if they wasn't. But I did hear. I did hear of the, her being with another guy, this and that to the third. But again, Papoose, you know, showed like integrity. Like he never even spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? Like he never spoke on that. Or rather, the incident him and the dude got into, to like you didn't know what to think because he didn't speak on it. And that is the way you deal with it, especially when it's internal, because it's kids involved in that. You know what I'm saying? And kids is something I have the utmost respect for. So, I don't have anything outside of how it looks to me. But I could be 110% wrong. I'm a person from the outside looking in, whose opinion don't matter and shouldn't matter. But I have to, I have to give you guys a service, and touch it on everything. You know what I mean, or as much as I can. And with the Travis Hunter thing and his fiance, and please forgive me, y'all, but I don't know her name. What basically happened with that, Travis Hunter is a collegiate phenom. Like, he's super talented. He just recently won the Heisman Trophy, and so you know, when that type of spotlight on you, they gonna catch everything. They gonna catch everything. They gonna be in your business. Yeah, they gonna be on you. So his fiance was caught, like, when he was announced the winner. She was sitting down when everybody was standing up. I guess he was at a. He's also just recently got signed to Adidas. You know what I mean? So he's an Adidas athlete. So he was at an Adidas event where I guess he's meeting fans or whatever, and he's signing autographs. It's an Adidas event. Basically like meet and greet type of deal. And I guess that a camera caught her saying like, "Oh, am I just supposed to sit here all day and this and that to the third?" Again, something I seen it. I seen it, but it didn't strike my interest. You know what I mean? But because I'm doing this every week, I had to go back and look, and you know what I'm saying, like, give my opinion on it. Again, the same thing. That's something I didn't pay attention to. I don't know too much about, but I will offer opinions. And one thing my show is going to, one thing I am going to do on my show, I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm going to be as straightforward as possible while remaining respectful as possible. That's one thing, my show is going to do, because, a million people have shows, but whenever I get into something, I try to have something different, but organically though. I'm never going to try to go out of my way to like make myself not like everybody else. No, you'll see it in due time. But that's one thing I do notice with shows. They disrespectful. And we gonna touch on that too. But again, with the Travis Hunter and his fiance type of deal, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. And my opinion on it is, let's pray for that brother. Let's pray for dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. From the outside looking in, she absolutely seems like a gold digger and is with that man for his status. It does. And for those of y'all out there, I'm not giving a full on thing that, like, they call her it was a lot going on with them. Like it was more than just the Heisman Trophy thing, her not standing up. You know, it was the thing of he wasn't her type, and you know, it's just a lot. You know what I mean? It's more than I caught. You know what I'm saying? But from the outside looking in, she absolutely seems like a gold digger. And we all know whenever you're in love, you the last one to see shit. You are. So, and I just seen that dude had came out, Travis Hunter had came out, and he was defending his fiance, which he should. You know what I mean? And he was kind of annoyed at people speaking on his situation. Again, I understand that, but when you're in the public eye, everything is kind of like up for discussion with you. You know what I mean? Everything is, and I know that shit is. I can only imagine that shit, how annoying that shit is. I can. So, I'm on his side with that. But again, you're in the public eye, bruh, and you are with a girl who, I'm not gonna lie, it don't seem like she genuinely likes you. Even though we only had our eyes on you for 5 minutes, that's what it seems like. But again, that's not my business. And once again, I can be absolutely 110% wrong about that. This is something that, with all due respect to them, that don't mean that much to me where I have to be right about this, son. It just looks away. It looks away. I'm speaking on it. Yeah, like it, you know, we, just like females have female intuition, we have intuition too. And just like y'all be correct a lot of times, we be correct a lot of times in our intuition as well. So, from the outside looking in, it definitely seems like she's with him for the money or his status. I'm not even going to say the money, with him for his status. Uh, and it also seems like that he's the type of dude he loves hard. You know what I'm saying? So if things don't work out with her, it may affect his professionalism in his respective sport that he's going to get into. Dude is a top athlete. Like he's going to be probably the top draft pick in the NFL draft this upcoming year. So again, the reason why I say I pray for him, because again, we all know, we all got our heart broke. You know what I'm saying? And we know how that can affect somebody. And with somebody in the public light, the way he is, it's gonna affect him in a different way than it affect us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, that's why I said, like, let's pray for him. Let's hope that that doesn't affect the way he moves forward in his life and what he got ahead of him, because his future is super bright, with or without Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that covers you know, the relationship part of things. And like I said, stick with me, y'all. This is something that is new to me as far as speaking on people' personal relationships. One other thing that I wanted to touch on is like 50 Cent has been making his rounds, and like I don't know what he's promoting. I don't know. 50 Cent is somebody I really respect. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta call it how you see it. One thing with him, what I noticed in all of his interviews, he always brings up Jay-Z, like all the time. Like they don't even be asking him about Jay-Z. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. Some certain shows they go on, they do ask him, and it's just like, and he doesn't. He doesn't speak the highest on him. It's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde type of deal. Like, no, he cool, but he foul. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. Like, okay, like how do you feel about this particular individual? You know what I'm saying? So that's something I noticed. Again, I don't know what he promoting. I don't know. I've never seen 50 Cent do this many interviews. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know, but that looks a little weird. Always speaking on another individual. You know what I'm saying? Like that looks really weird. You know what I mean? Especially when they're not asking you about them. And one thing he had said about him is, he blocks business deals and things of that nature. And this subject is going to segue into something else that I think this generation, I ain't even going to say this generation because even people my age and older than me suffer from it too, is you guys forget about consequence a lot. Like, it's amazing to see, like, yo, like, if you say shit and you do shit, there will be consequences behind it. Y'all don't, like, that's like common sense level. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, wait. So in 50 Cent's case, you joke about negative things that happen to him or that's said about him. You don't really speak the highest on him, and you guys were never that. It don't seem like you guys were ever that close to begin with. So you're not even cool with me enough to even joke like that in public. So now when situations come up that I don't want to deal with you with, I'm gonna say I don't want to deal with you. Like, that's the point and the purpose of having power, is the fact that you can apply it at any time. And a lot of people out there gotta understand that. Like, yo, man, like, yeah, if you talk shit about me and the situation comes up and somebody wants you included in the situation, the example I'm talking about is, we talking about a damn Super Bowl from 2, 3 years ago. Like, oh, I guess Jay-Z wanted Eminem and 50 Cent Eminem and Dr. Dre to perform at the Super Bowl, and Eminem wanted 50 Cent there. And if we're going by what 50 say is, yo, he didn't want me there. I don't blame him, bro. Like, you play a lot with people that don't feel like being played with, nor people that you cool with. Now, again, we all laugh at him. Cool. But just know it's consequences that come with the things you do and say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and that segue into this. Like, I know in this world we in 2024 where we just used to saying whatever in the comments or in the DMs. Man, suck my dick. Fuck your dead mother. I hope you I hope you I hope your kid never get over her sickness, or your daughter ugly, or it's like, but we used to doing that and putting our phone down and keep playing Madden or 2K or whatever, go to whatever else we doing. And the reason why people feel so comfortable in that, because the probability of you running into that person you said that to is probably slim to none, whether you live in the same city or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we've grown comfortable with disrespecting people to the utmost and not having to deal with anything at all. But every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, God will bless that person to put you in front of them. And you better hope to God that person don't remember who you are. It don't happen enough, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you gotta know when you say things, there's consequences to that, people. Like, yeah, like it's going to happen. Like, I remember this thing where it was like a couple months ago where it was a bus driver, and he had got into it with this I guess the person was just on the bus, and he beat the hell out of that. I'm gonna call him a boy because he made him look like a boy, but I don't know if he was a boy or a man. And I remember it was, I was somewhere, I forgot where I was, but it was, the video was shown to multiple people, and I had already seen the video, and I had heard people talking about it, and it was like, oh man, he didn't have no right to do that. And then I had chimed in. I was like, you don't know, because at the time when they started recording, it was like they was already in each other's face. So whatever happened had already happened. You know what I'm saying? So we had caught the midst of the, like, we was in the middle of it. We didn't see what happened from the beginning. So it was like, yo, you don't know what was said. Like, you don't know. And then it's like, I know right before any blows got exchanged. Well, in that case, it wasn't no blows exchanged. But before anything happened, it was like, dude was the boy. He was very disrespectful. And then I remember the person I was that was showing the video. They was like, well, freedom of speech. And it was like, yeah, well, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of consequence, bro. Yeah, like you can walk into your job this morning and tell your boss, F you, you don't know nothing. I hate you. You can say everything. You can go on a rant for as long as you want. But just know, when you done, there's going to be a set of consequences that I don't know if you're going to feel like dealing with, waiting for you soon as you done. So, like I said, like for people out there, we just got to remember, man, it's consequences to things you do. It's consequences to things you say. And that's why I tell you that's why I say with my show, with Elephant in the Room, I'm gonna be a straight shooter. This is not a politically correct show, but I'm gonna handle it with integrity and principles and morals, and I'm gonna have a code of respect with this. So even if I'm, answering something straightforward, I'm gonna be respectful as humanly possible, because that's all we can ask for in this world is respect. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I wanted to touch on that because it's probably gonna be a lot of young people listening to this, and young people, they just don't. Again, it's not just you, but it's just a lot of you. You guys just think you could say the most egregious shit in the world, and the second somebody reacts off of it, they wrong. You know what I mean? Which is another segue to my last topic is, the Jay-Z and the whole rape allegation. Well, it's not. That's gone. It's the Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z and the lawyer Tony Busby. They're going back and forth, and now Tony Busby is the latest I've heard. He is now suing Roc Nation, accusing them of going after him. That is a prime example of what I was just talking about. See, we've grown so accustomed to, us being able to accuse people of whatever and them not saying nothing. And if they do fight back, they're fighting back behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like we've never seen a celebrity fight back in a public way like this. We've never seen that. You know what I mean? It's celebrities out there that fought back in a public way, but it was real swift. But the every step is being publicized in this situation, and like I said, it need to be, because I mean, again, it's an obvious lie. That's why I said the rape thing, that isn't even a thing anymore. And I'm not gonna speak too much on it because I gave you guys 17 minutes of it in my first episode. But yeah, just like, we not used to people fighting back. So, and that's something I never understood. Like when you get in trouble and people, your lawyer may tell you don't say nothing. I never understood that. But at the same point in time, I would never understand that because I've never been in trouble to that capacity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know enough about that situation to even, talk about it. But I'm gonna be honest, I never understood that. Especially if I didn't do something. Why in the hell can I say, yo, this MFer is lying, and she or he needs to be exposed for it? Why can't I say that, especially if the victim, the lawyer, and everybody else is kicking my back in about this? Why can't I say something? But it is reasons for that. It's just reasons that I don't know, and they're valid ones. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said again, I wouldn't know that because I've never been in trouble. But again, like, big shouts out to Jay-Z and his entire team for showing us the way you combat these type of crimes that could have messed his life up. It could have, So the lady Jaguar Wright is also taking back her everything she said, and that's a lady, for those of you who don't know, has been talking down about him and his family for years. I'm talking about down to the his kids ain't his. And she just came out and, oh, if you think you watched the video where I was, dogging Jay-Z, then when you were manipulated. She blaming it on y'all, and there's people out there that go by her every word. So, you know, again, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Proof is in the pudding, and I'm gonna leave you guys with this, man. A lie always runs out of gas, people. So just just let it. Don't add fuel to it. It always runs out of gas. Always, always. The truth always survives. The truth is in the air. The truth is in the atmosphere. Lies always run out of gas. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some lies got more gas in the tank than others. So it may last a little longer. It may do a little bit more damage. But one thing with a lie, it always runs out of gas. And I'm a person, again, I deal with righteousness. You know what I mean? I'm on the side of right. Forget if I like you, if we family, if we not. I like being right, and I like knowing the correct information so I can assess a situation properly. So please apply that to your life. Don't let some shit that don't mean nothing at the end of the day bend you out of shape and cause you to make a decision that you can spend the rest of your life trying to deal with. You know what I mean? Just please, people, stay out of trouble. Let's continue to, you know, love each other. Let's continue to inspire each other. You know what I mean? And even if it's people out there you don't like or you don't rock with, don't give them no attention. There's no need to go out of your way to let that person know how much you dislike them or whatever, man. Just pay them less attention. Let's live for our kids. Let's live for our nieces, our nephews, the ones that look up to us, the ones that depend on us, and the ones that believe in us. You know what I mean? So again, that's my show for this week, people. Be blessed, be safe, and I will see you guys next week on episode 3 of Elephant in the Room. Do remember, Gold Tape is available right now. Classic album out that you guys, if you haven't heard it, you are doing a huge disservice of yourself. Check it out. It's everywhere music is sold, everywhere music can be heard. Elephant in the Room, episode 2 in the books. See you next week, people.